Why, hello there, my fellow refractory workers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 90, Beautiful Brazier. Okay. Unpinned it, and we're headed back home. And my wheel is spinning to the right, so we went down to like 21%. Pretty fruitful. Is it worth going back down to recover sanity? If I wasn't streaming, yes. But I'm streaming, so no. The reason is, there's 35 minutes left in the stream, and you guys might have a chance to see the refractory process kick off if I return home now. But if I continue mining, you don't get to. You definitely don't get to. I might go a little overtime just to start the furnace up, if I'm close. But what I need to do is I need to throw the nuggets into the bloomery, and then I need to then throw the iron blooms in, heat them back up. I saw the copper, I'm ignoring it. I heat them back up, and then work the blooms into ingots, and then put the ingots into the furnace. I mean, there's a lot left to do. And I'd really like to get started for your benefit. But yeah, everything besides besides iron, everything higher on the periodic table of iron requires supernovas. Yeah. Everything higher requires a supernova fee. Get it? It's not a very good joke. Which also is interesting, because certain materials, like, because of their half-lives, are also very unlikely to exist in the universe. Like, I might be making this one up, but I think technetium is, like, has a super short half-life, so, you know, there's... It's one of those, like, super radioactive, very, ephemeral materials. There's a lot of them materials on. Well, there's some materials on the periodic table that like just wouldn't really exist naturally in any measurable amount. And then there's others that like do exist, but like as only a transitional state. Again, I'm not a chemist or a physicist. Like. This is me armchair hobbying my way through the periodic table. But it is pretty cool because like some of those materials do exist naturally, but only in like tiny, tiny amounts, and they decay away into other things so quickly that, you know, a lot of the physical properties of those materials, not necessarily like technetium, but some of the other periodic elements are so ephemeral and exist in so low quantities that to say that they have like a color or a shape or a crystalline structure is very hard to say, because like they really only exist as like a few atoms at a time, which is pretty wild. Another neat thing is like some that have much longer half-lives, at some point on Earth, the half-lives will have elapsed, and we will no longer have things like uranium. Not uranium, high isotope uranium, things like that. Outside of man-made enrichment. Hi, home. I left the front door open. Cool. So I think I left with 15 torches, so I like left 2 torches in the mine somewhere. I'm okay with that tax. Alright, let me not do this. Let's actually do the important things now. So, hammer. Hammer smash. Up to 120. I do find it funny. I know why the math. It's the math that checks out, right? Like, it has to be the 128 versus 120, 120 being, you know. And I do find it funny that it's like, you smash to 128 and you can insert 120. Okay. So, charcoal? In my inventory. There we go. I might want to set up extra bloomeries. How many... I'm like, my brain is putty. How many nuggets is this? How many bars, I should say? Is it 12 bars, right? Is this lit? Eight bars. So 8 per bloomery. So 8, 16. Okay, so it's enough for the coke door plus overhead. Wait, no. Is it 6? How many bars do I get out of this? But either way, I want to smash the rest of this. Run out of space. Oh god, this filled up. Cool. It's kind of nice. So yeah, maybe I do fire up some additional bloomeries. Because I do have some additional fire brick. So let's do it. I can get 2 more bloomeries out here. I need, so this is going to be like another stone box for now. I'm sure I'll be using it very, very soon for constructing the catwalks, but for now. Oops. Completely misclicked. I also managed not to use any of the poultices, which is awesome. So we'll have them for later. What's the maximum you can put into the big one? You mean the steel making? 16 bars. So we have a lot more iron left over. A lot more iron left over. Like I said, I was pretty sure I was getting way more than I needed. Which is a good thing. So we don't have to make a return trip. I kind of wish there would be, I suppose you can kind of look at the bottom here. Like if these bloomeries were elevated by 1 block, it'd be a little bit more obvious when they're lit or not. I find it, but even then, it's not very clear until you see the smoke. I wish there was a better visual indicator. And Crimson Rust, thanks for the gifted subs out again. Cheers, dude. End of the work week celebration. I think we'll need to kill some heretics in Darktide to celebrate. All right, let's check on the bricks. So, finish the furnace. That is my goal. Should be fired. Yeah, it is. Swell. And the charcoal's there, too. So somewhere to the east... Oh, you know what? There's a cave here. I have a cave icon. So it's probably drifters in that cave making cave noises. I don't want to necessarily use all of my refractory bricks for the blocks, because it's possible that after I run in the refractory, my grates break, and I need to replace grates. So I'm going to leave some bricks unearmarked, so that if I need to replace grates, I can. Because if I used all of them up now, there wouldn't be enough material to fix things necessarily. Although I might need some more bricks, period. But we're getting to a point where I need cobblestone for filler. You don't think you've ever seen grates break? I've had grates break once, I think. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've had to replace them before. I remember having to make like another batch. Let's see how many are... 18? Okay, so... Wait, it's complaining about snow? 15. So I have more blocks than I have needing to construct. So I have enough on me now. I do like how the thing was like, snow detected! Snow is not allowed! It's like, alright, alright, alright. I'll get rid of the snow, dude. Just chill. So the game will allow you to have, like, non-required blocks placed for like scaffolding. So 10 left, and I think it's just the upper section now. I'm clearly missing... Oh, yeah, I see them. We're built. I don't have the charcoal set up down here. That's one thing I'm missing. But the furnace is this. So this is the structure of the furnace. This is what the furnace looks like. I might want some path blocks and maybe a source of light. But and then to set up the cook area. So if I wanted to get back here, I would need to punch this out more. So a little bit of redesign, which is unfortunate because I actually had custom chiseled some things here, which will need to be... Actually, the custom chiseling is fine. I just need to like change where it's deployed. So these are going to become path blocks. Now, to put chiseled blocks back is, I'm not good at all. Like, I have to find the right angle or whatever. Oh, there we go. There's those two. There we go. So yeah, let's go get some path blocks and fill this up and rebuild it the way it's supposed to look. Because we're just waiting on the bloomery. Yeah, that's when it's like wrench time, I agree. We're just waiting on the bloomery otherwise. So, more slabs, more windows. Also, dig up the charcoal so it's ready and available for construction. I can put this refractor brick away. So we do have one spare brick. So what ends up happening is 10% on average, 10% of my stuff will break between runs of charcoal. That's just how the process works. Why didn't I get path blocks? Wow, okay. Brain be like that sometimes. So, stacks of charcoal get put here as a heating source for the refractory process. And then I'm going to want some scaffolding as part of this structure as well, only to be able to like maintain it. So these windows are just like cosmetic, but it will look pretty cool from the outside to have the charcoal stacked up in a way that is like visible, I think. So then the other thing I'm going to do is chisel a charcoal box area, which is going to be a not insignificant amount of chisel work. And then the coke doors. In fact, maybe I'll do it like this. The coke doors will go here and on the other side, which I don't have access to because, ooh, Jesus. I do also probably want another lantern at some point so that I'm not ground zero for drifter hell. Very least, chiseling this bit so I can actually get the hell out of here. So this is just a very crude chiseling or pathing. So let me grab the coke door so you can kind of visualize what everything will look like. I do want 2 coke doors though. So what you do is you... that's not where that belongs. You open up the coke door and you place charcoal inside for the furnace. And I like to put 2 because you need 2 blocks of charcoal. So if you accidentally fill up the front half, it's hard to fill the back without a door on back. Again, these doors are entirely unnecessary. You can do it without coke oven doors. It just makes it look aesthetically nicer and easier to manage. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Nope. I'm bad at chiseling. So Actually, this whole slab is not necessary. So even something like this is like pretty simple. I'm surprised my chisel's still together. We don't need that one there. So even this would be the simplest version of it. But maybe... So what looks cool as just as an aside is to see the charcoal, because it like glows red hot. So that's what I'm planning on making it be bars. I just don't know how narrow the bars will be. Maybe kind of wide bars. Like that. It ain't perfect. Wait, what? I had a meteoric chisel. I know I broke my copper one, but my meteoric one had tons of HP left on it. Why did it just break? I am so confused. Yeah, that's a bug. Totally 100% a bug. I'm going to creative mode give that back to me, because it should not have broken. That was very strange. Yeah. I had a meteoric iron chisel with like almost all of its durability left, and it just like went poof. It's not on the right tool rack? No. I had it in my hand. So when I broke the copper one, it swapped to the meteoric one, and then the meteoric one broke next hit, which makes... that's a bug. Oh, what the hell? Where'd this... Oh, yeah, the one hit point left. That was the old chisel. I am not sure what just happened. All I know is it... If I end up finding my meteoric chisel somewhere, I will throw this one I just creative moded into the game, but I'm 99% sure that the meteoric chisel that I had just went poof, and it should not have. And if I'm wrong about it and it shows up, I will correct that by throwing out the freebie I just made for myself. So, the charcoal here, and this is like a charcoal cage. Maybe I do smaller bars. I'll consider it. Because at this point, I'm just waiting for the bloomeries to finish. There's really nothing for me to do otherwise. So I can make it look nicer. And unlike like greenhouses and other things, the charcoal doesn't need to be enclosed. It just can't. You just don't want it to like fall out of the thing. Although what I will say is it looks a little weird to have it just like be gapped like that, but whatever. So I'll do finer bars by putting this material back. You can see why I haven't opted to do oops, I broke some on the other side. A ton of aesthetic projects, because it's a rabbit hole. There is so much. There's a just incredible amount of finite detail and craftsmanship that you can throw at this game to make things look wonderful. And you're never ever done. There's always nice refinement to do. If I really actually wanted to be, I will do it for your benefit. Nitpicky here. I could then go down to 1 pixel grid and make a middle bar in this spot. So it looks right. So it's not perfect because of the spacing, but it's closer to, I don't know, it'll have to do. I am punching holes on the other side. I should have just done one side at a time, because it's confusing, because I'm like changing the one behind, and the one behind is going to have some accidentally modified things about it. I should not have bothered doing this. It does look too tight. I'ma nuke it. Just have it be a gap. And none of this is necessary for the actual charcoal area. You can just have an open spot where you stack charcoal. The furnace doesn't care. All it cares about is that there is charcoal burning underneath the cementation vault. That is the only real requirement for steel. What this looks like, entirely up to you, which is cool. Oh no, I hit a window! No! What a pain. Oh, you know what? I didn't hit a window. I heard window hit noise and it didn't actually do anything. So you could do this out of any material, just maybe not a flammable one. Uh-oh. Okay. That side looks right. I'm trying to take pride. This is definitely like a capstone project. It's not to say that there's not more content in the game. There's other stuff to do, no doubt. This ain't the end. But it's definitely one of the most labor-intensive things that you can do in the game, so gotta make it look pretty. And I think that looks pretty decent. Unfortunately, oh god, I'm starving. Unfortunately, I don't have a light source back here to stop drifters from being drifters. So, lantern at some point will be required, or probably more than one. But there's my my Coke cage. Lovely Coke. Oh, and we're good back here. Oh, these blooms are going to be so hot. I will need to not burn my hands. So let's get this ready. Still hot? Maybe hot enough to work? And any of the extra bricks that I get back from the bloomery, oh shoot, I can create another bloomery run for even more iron. Too cold to work. Do a little hot swap. I see the time. I think I may try to go over. There's actually a fair bit left to do, though. Still not an ingot. Oh, I just had a chisel appear out of nowhere. I'm not sure what that's about, but as promised, I don't get free chisels. So I threw the healthier one away. That was very strange. It was like in an invisible slot of my inventory or something. I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so here's one of the ingots. And we need 16 total. So, I am gonna fire stuff up, knowing that future me is gonna have to see this project through. Seems to be a visual bug? Yeah, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I just know that, as you all can confirm, there was absolutely not a meteoric chisel in my inventory. And then there was. Wow, am I getting hypothermic? I am. That's kind of funny. I'm getting like cold, even though I'm holding like almost molten hot ingots. There's definitely a bit of an irony in there, I think. And like I'm working a forge too. But so what I have 235, 36 iron from this run. That's not bad. My only worry is that I should have enough charcoal, and I can always make more. The thing is, once you start your run for the steel, you can add more you can add more, like make more charcoal. You don't need all of it up front, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So it's not important that I have all of it stockpiled, because much the way that like cooking a big meal or heating up a big crucible works, this is a multi-day thing where you regularly feed more charcoal into your into the system. So you don't need all of the charcoal ahead of time. That is not so important. You just need to be able to supply it. So in other words, in order to start it all up, need a whole lot of charcoal and 16 of the lovely iron ingots, which we are acquiring. So I'll make 4 of the 16, so we'll be a quarter of the way there, with even more blooms in the queue. I'm not sure how my body temperature heated back up. Was it that I ate warm food? No, this food's not warm. I don't know. Maybe I went indoors, which was warmer or something? I'm not sure. You're right. I haven't emptied the charcoal pit yet. But if I was to take a guess, a random guess, I would say that maybe that will be the last thing I do. But even still, I would say that probably I need more charcoal. I probably won't have the 168 emptying this out. But it's easy enough to have 100 of it and then make another batch while your charcoal's kicking off. Had I made the bare minimum amount of iron needed to start, so rather than making 36, had I made only 16, maybe I would have had a little bit more charcoal, but no regrets. I mean, oh no, I have more iron. That's only really a good thing. Especially if we're going to try to make steel armor, which I think is the biggest benefit, to be honest. Steel tools are great, don't get me wrong, but the advantage of steel tools over over meteoric iron ones is pretty nominal, other than the pounder caps. The big gains is iron or steel armor. So yeah, we're just shy of the 168 needed, but it would not be hard to do a charcoal run for the remainder. It did not take too much time to to make those to cut down those trees. So here's a quarter of the iron ingots that we need, and the vast majority of the charcoal that we need. And friends, this is where I'm going to leave off. Tantalizingly close to the first batch. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 8th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I've asked for no backseating, so if you could respect that, that would be great. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as a link to Twitch. And if you'd like to join my online gaming community, it also has a link to Discord, and the link to that can also be found in the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.